So, once again, the YouTube sky is falling. And what am I talking about? Well, you may have noticed that a lot of the the bigger YouTubers have been worried that they are going to have their advertising pulled because they are classed as hate speech. Or that, advertisers don't want to advertise them with them. Which is perfectly fine. If an advertiser doesn't want to advertise with you, nothing you can do about it, I'm afraid, guys. So, you've heard the stories from people who have read the reports about people boycotting Google, and you've heard sort of the YouTuber angle. So, let me, someone who has worked in advertising, who has worked in that field, tell you really what's going on. So, before all this boycott started, what happened was that the Washington Post did a looked into companies' adverts, Starbucks, Nike, whatever, you name it, all their adverts kept on appearing on Ku Klux Klan websites, their affiliate websites, basically actual really hate speech websites, okay? That's what not a lot of people are admitting. And a lot of these companies are pissed at this. Because this isn't the first time this has happened. This happened again a couple of years ago, the last time the YouTube sky was falling. And these companies have gotten really pissed because Google said, oh, don't worry, we'll help you take care of it. Google hasn't done anything. To a point where you saw the companies going, we're pulling our advertising from you until you actually do something about it. Now, what they will do, currently don't know. But I suspect they'll be writing new algorithms. Now, companies, believe it or not, and these advertisers themselves are incredibly brand conscious. They do not want their brand sat next to a KKK logo or on the KKK website, which is where this problem comes from. So, and they have every right to not want to be associated, because in the advertising world, if your logo, product, whatever appears on a website, magazine, or piece of media, in the advertising world, that means to them that they automatically endorse your product. Now, this literally meant that the website, the brands that appeared on the KKK website, I think the Washington Post said that they'd worked it out that literally this Starbucks had given the KKK about $150,000 in advertising. That's quite a bad PR disaster, because the last thing that Starbucks wants to be associated with is the KKK. And what has happened since then is that these websites have started pulling out of Google and YouTube because they don't want to be associated with a lot of these, hateful things. And if you don't like that, then I'm sorry, guys, but that's the advertiser's prerogative. That's their brand awareness prerogative. And I saw Mr. Medica's his is the biggest dollar worth money to you? And he had it that, there was like 100 YouTubers and that, 89 says something the advertisers don't like, so they pull advertising. Well, there's plenty more fish in the sea. What would essentially happen would either A, they'd replace YouTuber number 95 with someone else, or they'd can that 95 altogether and then just distribute the funds they have now left over from not supporting that YouTuber number 95 anymore to the other accounts. That's well within their prerogative. And a lot of people are just like, oh man, the people going after our content, you know, they don't like what we have to say. Well, go out and find advertisers then that will support you. And be careful what you say, because if you are being marketed and being advertised, what you say is a reflection on that company. As we've already said, if a company slaps their logo onto you, then, you know, in the advertiser's world logic, they then support you. And it doesn't take a lot for advertising to be pulled. I've seen things pulled that have had like less than 100 emails, and they've just pulled the advertising budget from them. It happens all the time. But now, as usual, people are flailing around, going, oh no, the sky is falling, Jesus Christ, what am I going to do? And it's like, calm down, guys, calm down. No one's pulled your advertising content yet. Just chill out, it's not going to happen. So, just chill, guys. Because, as usual, you haven't paid attention to what these advertisers are pissed about, which is that there are lots of, you know, actual real people who have produced, you know, hate speech, and advertisers are pissed that their logos and their sponsorship money and their advertising money has gone to these, you know, hate groups like the KKK. So that's what they're pissed off about. So don't worry about it. Just, you know, keep calm, guys, and just, you know, keep on doing what you're doing. And go out and find advertisers. You know, if you've got a big YouTube channel, you can go out and find your own, you know, advertisers. Make a, you know, an advertising budget. Literally say, you know, this is how many subscribers I have. This is how, you know, many views I get on a, you know, a video per week. Would you like me to put an ad, not a pre-roll ad that you can skip, an actual non-skippable ad in my content? That's what you guys need to start doing. You need to start finding your own advertisers that will support you. And then you will have a lot more stable income then through those advertisers. You know, just a thought, guys, just a thought.